Yo, what it is, what it ain't. If you ain't here, then you late. It's another installment of the LeJit Podcast, and we're here for another one, giving you what you come here for. This is your boy K and K,
And I'm Rio One.
and we're just gonna get it started. So, as we always start off, how was your week?
Tiring. Very, very tired. Oh man, very long. Not too bad. I think not the greatest. Just tired from work and all that.
Mm. I see they've been working you really a lot, you know.
Mm. You know, they get me when they can.
But you're built for that, right? You're real one gaming.
If you say so.
This is what Real One does, right?
No, not at all. I want to be somewhere, an isolated area, drinking the last finest drinks.
Oh, Real One drinks.
Of course, I do.
Why
Drink responsibly, kids.
wouldn't I? Yeah, I can relate. Stressful, tiring. Like, oh my goodness. Some days you just want to lay in bed and go to sleep and not have to worry about doing anything.
Today
But life awaits.
was definitely one of those days. But you know, you have plans on the docket, and then things change, and there's just not enough 24 hours ain't enough time in the day.
That's true. But I've always heard people say 24 hours is not enough in a day, but it's like you get another 24, let's say you get another 5 hours in the day. What do you do with that 5 hours?
It depends.
Would you do the same thing you're doing?
It depends on like what you got planned. Really, like because if you people like most people like sleep. I think sleep is the biggest part. I think you got to get enough sleep to even be like able to function. So if you gave somebody
Right.
five more hours, that's they can get a legit 8 hours sleep.
I see what you did there.
E
Oh, legit.
E.
Hey, but it's just something to live by. Never waste time. Time is very valuable. Whether it be your sleeping time, your eating, spending time with people, work, whatever the case may be, working out. Time is very valuable, so don't waste time. You can never get it back. So, speaking of wasting time, we as we know, as we always talk about every week, just about the NBA, time and players missing a lot of time due to injury or rest. And I won't say we're starting to see some players come back, but we're starting to see a few people, you know. But with also being said, we're also seeing some people leave. Also, Trey Young, Donovan Mitchell, but we get Anthony Davis back. How you feel about that?
AD's back. AD's been hurt. AD can finally start pulling his own weight. No.
Whoa, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Nah, just playing. But it's good he came back now. He can finally get a rhythm. He can get a feel of how to play alongside Drummond. That's the most important thing, I think, is knowing the spacing him and Drummond are gonna have. But I think the easiest part about that Laker team is LeBron coming back and figuring out how the team is gonna operate.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people are what's the word? Unsure or curious to see how the Lakers play. With LeBron coming back, because LeBron is obviously the most um, ball dominant person on the team. So with him taking the ball out of Dennis Schroeder's hands, with him being so comfortable with it for the past however long, they wondering how that's gonna affect the flow of the game and the chemistry. I don't think it's gonna really matter. I think it'll be even better. Schroeder can play off the ball, Brian can play off the ball. I think it'll be
Yeah, I
very
mean,
interesting.
before LeBron got hurt, we've seen him and Schroeder like play good together. So I don't even know why people would even question that. I think the biggest thing is just LeBron incorporating Drummond into the offense. But I don't think that's gonna take long. That's just like it's like having Dwight out there from last year. It's just.
How?
I mean, Drummond just gotta know his spacing. Dwight picked up on the offense pretty quickly. Dwight
Yeah.
knew where to be at times and made it easier for Anthony Davis to do his thing, and then Drummond just gotta do the same thing. It's not gonna be hard at all. It's gonna be tough.
I agree. And of course, the accusation of Drummond playing alongside AD and Bron. I just, me personally, the NBA fan inside, I can't wait to see all three of them just mesh together. Because I feel like Drummond's just gonna be a perfect piece alongside them. But it's just gonna take LeBron, to show how well they can play together. Because it looks a little, um, up and down, inconsistent lately. That's only because AD's coming back, Brown's not there. So, but once they all get acclimated and chemistry starts to flow, and they're all clicking, it's gonna look nice. That's what I think.
Yeah, and when LeBron there, teams ain't gonna be able to like zone in on like one player. Yeah, you got to constantly worry about
Yeah.
LeBron. So then it just open up some floor more for people. I think if anybody benefit from this team, it's gonna be KCP. He's gonna get a lot of open looks. That knock him down.
KCP. I would have thought along the lines of a Dennis
Him
Schroeder.
too. They're gonna get a lot of open looks. They just gotta be ready to knock down shots.
I mean, you had the conversation last night. Wesley hasn't been playing good, but Ben's been looking pretty good. It's only been 3-4 games. He's been looking better than Wesley has since the beginning of the season, which is speaking volumes.
Nah, Ben's a good player though. He just can't catch a break. I don't know what it is with teams. I've seen Ben go to other teams and play decent. I just don't know why they always seem to want to like release him.
I don't know. He did good in Houston.
But yeah,
He really did.
been good. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what he did wrong.
I don't know. But hey, I'm not complaining. I'm really not. So, uh, transferring over, we of course, are within the last 13 to 11 games of the season, and the playoff picture is starting to shape up. So we're starting to see what team is probably going to likely finish at what seed, and you know how many games they are behind the team in front of them, or whatever the case may be. And the West is looking like it's pretty much solid for the most part. But the East is kind of, could change it any given day.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know what's about to happen. This might be one of the most pivotal first round playoff matchups in NBA history.
yeah,
They're,
because as currently constructed, the Philly is a game and a half behind Brooklyn. Milwaukee is a 2.5 games behind Philly, and New York and Atlanta are tied, and Boston's 2 games behind them, and Miami's tied with Boston. So only one mess up could change the whole standings.
It's really like, and we gotta win. It's like you kind of gotta win every game if you plan on keeping your seed. If you want to be a pretty decent seed, and
Yeah, and in the West, the Utah, Phoenix, and Clippers are all 1 game apart.
I,
So Utah might not keep the number 1
the team
seed.
that would benefit from that first seed the most is the Clippers. I don't know if the
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know if the Clippers can. Well, all three of them really, but as a team that's considered supposed to be like a championship threat,
Mm.
they need that home court. I mean, they're gonna need that home court in playoff time.
Yeah, especially with fans being able to come back is gonna be a whole different animal.
I just don't. The Clippers is one of those teams
I'm
where I feel like
definitely excited.
they could have a mental breakdown playing on the road in like in a game 7 or something like that.
Really,
Yeah,
they have a pretty decent amount of playoff experience with all the vets and such they have on the team.
they had that last year though too.
You know, with the acquisition of Rondo, also.
I think Rondo makes the world of difference. But
Yeah, I'm actually very curious to see how they play. I was, you know, as a fellow LeBron fan, I would certainly say that the Clippers are the number 1 team that has a chance, in my opinion, against the Lakers. Because, like you said, Rondo makes the world of a difference. You know, and I don't. From his defense to his IQ to him being able to hit the 3 down now, it's kind of dangerous, you know.
yeah, hopefully, Kawhi stays healthy. But my biggest fear with the Clippers is just Serge Ibaka. I don't know. He's just not been Serge lately, and
Right.
I don't know what kind of Serge they're gonna get come playoff time. But if Rondo can bring
Yeah, that's a worry. Yeah, that's a worry.
if Rondo can bring the best out of Serge, then I think they'll be okay. Still don't have them winning it, but they'll be all right.
Yeah, I think it says he's only played 39 games this season.
That's crazy. Like, weird NBA season.
And yeah, and I don't even know what his injury was. Do you know?
Ah, I don't even know.
It's just one of those mysterious injuries.
AKA rest, maybe.
I mean, but even if that was the case, it's like of all players, you want to rest Serge. And I'm assuming it's something because they just signed DeMarcus for the rest of the season.
This is a good signing, I think.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah. If the Clippers were somehow to win it all, that'd be the person I'd be like happy for.
Yeah, because he's been through a lot as well as others. But you just have to see how it goes. Me and you already, for the most part, went through each round as presently constructed and told who we favored to win that series and how many games. And I think me and you both came to the conclusion that we think Brooklyn and LA are both going to come out their respective conferences. The Lakers, that is.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I just can't see a team beating the Lakers in a 7-game series out west. I think Phoenix is missing they're missing something. They're missing up like a power forward, or they're missing something. I just can't put any stock behind them. The Clippers are good. I think Clippers have the best chance to stand toe-to-toe with the Lakers, but like I said, Serge Ibaka, you gotta bring something, because you dealing with AD on the other side of that court over there, and they got Drummond.
Yeah,
it's like, the bigs. No.
If you ask me, I think that if they were to match up against the Lakers, I think that would be the series that they need Serge to step up in. Because I don't think DeMarcus will play that much minutes in that series.
No, I mean, he couldn't. I don't think he could. And, his legs. I don't think nothing against you, DeMarcus, but like your legs, sometimes your legs just don't agree with what you want to do.
Yeah. Some bit of a miscommunication, but I don't. Yeah, I agree, because I think that'll be a very big mismatch. And yeah, I think, but the Clippers, for the most part, they look pretty good on paper. I'm not gonna lie to you, they look pretty good on paper.
They do,
and it's hard to not give them the credit that they deserve.
And we talked about Utah and how they're like a live by the 3, die by the 3 team. They obviously trying to follow the Warriors formula, but they I told you, as good as Mitchell is, he's not Steph. So it's like, how much.
And I hope I'm pretty sure he's came to the conclusion that he's not. And is those, for them to be a Western Conference champs and come out the West, everybody has to do their part. They literally
have to be the hottest shooting team in the playoffs. I don't think they could sustain that for too long.
Right.
I mean, we saw them win 20-something games, but after that, they flamed out and started losing to teams they shouldn't be losing to. So.
Yeah. And this is, of course, we're assuming that Donovan will be back by the first round, which there's no reason he shouldn't be, but I don't. Of course, him being out however long he'll be, I don't think it'll be a problem with him getting back acclimated to the team and getting his feet on him. This is not a significant injury, but I was watching another podcast, and he said that the exact same thing I was thinking. Like, for Utah to have such a great season and one of the best that they've had in a long time, just for them to lose in the second round would be sad. It's sad just to think about it. I'm pretty sure nobody has Utah coming out the West besides Utah.
Utah could potentially get upset in the first round if you don't get a healthy 100% Mitchell. He can't really, be efficient. 25 points per game type of guy, and have your the team flames out like they've been doing. I can see them getting upset in the first round matchup.
Well, first round they would either play a team like Memphis or Golden State. Is that your fan coming out of you?
No, I'm like, even if it was Memphis, a team like that could sneak up on you.
Could you imagine?
That'd be crazy. But they really like live by the 3, die by the 3, and
yeah.
But it's just like
that's
like not to be biased or anything, but that's just not Steph and Clay out over there, you know.
yes, yeah. I'm very curious to see how this playoff go. This probably won't be one of the marquee best playoffs that we've seen, but it'll still be entertaining, even from the first round matchup. I am very interested to see how Phoenix does in the West and how the Knicks do in the East. Those are my sleepers. Well, in the East, the Heat were my sleepers, but they are losing games they should not be losing. So
I don't know.
I'm kind of leaning toward the Knicks being my sleeper.
I don't know what's up to Heat, man. I had such high expectations for them, but you know, Oladipo got hurt. Still no excuse though, right? Because they're kind of somewhat similar to the same NBA Finals team.
Exactly. They haven't even lost anybody. They've added people. They've added Victor. They still have everybody else that really had a key role.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Dude. Yeah, they've disappointed me. I'm starting to like lose stock in them. But I thought they'd be Brooklyn's biggest threat. But that's not looking likely. Right. What's really crazy is like what's looking like Brooklyn's biggest threat is the other team in New York.
Exactly. They're a sleeper.
It's insane. The Knicks finally lost the other day, but before that, winning 9 straight. Who could have predicted this? Nobody saw this coming. But they're currently like what, 5th in the East?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're like a few games behind.
Wait. Brooklyn, Philly, Milwaukee, New York. So
they're fourth. Wow. And I think they're only like a few games behind.
4 games behind Milwaukee.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who in the world? So
yes.
So easily, Tom Thibodeau is coach of the year.
In my opinion.
Easily.
But what's your boy name in Phoenix? He has a outsider's chance.
He does.
In Phoenix?
Because Phoenix also went from lottery to
Monty Williams.
But do you credit Phoenix's resurgence to Monty or Chris Paul?
All right, why are you doing
I mean, it's a combination of both, but like, who gets most of that credit?
I mean,
because when Tom Thibodeau put together his roster, we all questioned it, like, that doesn't make. Why would you get another guard?
Yeah,
you know, and we see them playing together, and it's like, okay, they quickly pick up with genius. Putting RJ at the 2, genius. Having Randall be your guy, he put faith in Randall, and Randall bought in and playing at the highest level.
Yeah, he's playing really good.
Picking up D Rose was a great idea. Like, Tom Thibodeau put together a great team, and they don't even have the center back yet, Mitchell. Mm-hmm. So like, when he gets there, their defense is already. I think they're like a top 5, maybe a top 3 defense. So it's like they add in Mitchell and things get really interesting.
That's. I mean, just thinking about it. I mean, if I was able to have a vote, I probably, it's kind of hard. But my heart is telling me I would probably go Mike Tantabill. I'll probably get Tantabill.
I think, yeah. He does.
Because they overachieved.
Big time. And he don't have a Booker and Ayton,
Right. It's, yeah. It's, yeah, I agree. I would have to go Tom Thibodeau. Because as much as Monty Williams is doing so great, I give him some of that credit. I give Chris Paul some credit also. But at the same time, we all thought they would make the playoffs, but we didn't think they would be number 2 in the West, fighting for number 1.
Yeah.
No one expected New York to even be in the playoffs. So, yeah, I may agree with you.
He finally agrees with me.
I may agree with you. Yeah. You might be right. I agree.
At first, I thought the whole Knicks thing was like, this is just some lucky, But every team they played, even the tough teams, they just made it tough on everybody.
Yeah,
they constantly make it tough on Brooklyn. So. But
yeah, I agree, and it'll be that's one team where I'm pretty sure nobody wants to see the first round.
No, they're gritty. They want to play defense.
Right.
So it's like, nah, man.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm gonna have to go Tom Thibodeau. And Knicks are a very sleeper team because me being honest, I wouldn't be surprised. I can see them getting bounced the second round, right? Not first round, but second round. But would you honestly be surprised if they made it to the conference?
The Knicks?
Yeah.
It depends on what seed. It would have to be. They'd have to avoid Brooklyn until then.
But I don't think they are scared of Brooklyn.
They don't have to be, But Brooklyn is Brooklyn. This man KD came back from hiatus and scored 33 points in 28 minutes.
It's a hiatus.
How do you KD's just a juggernaut. I think he just puts teams in a situation where they scrambling to figure out how to stop it, and there's really no way to stop it. Kind of got to accept it.
Yeah.
And
oh,
Kyrie's been playing amazing as of late. I gotta give credit where it's due. And Kyrie's actually been playing like a facilitating point guard. He's making all the right reads. He's making all the right passes. What are they calling him now? Ramadan Kyrie?
Ramadan Kyrie.
He's doing his old Ramadan thing and he's fasting. So he's not really eating, and people don't know where he's getting this energy from to even do this.
Do your thing, Ramadan.
I know. Well, if I wasn't eating like that, and you asked me to play basketball, I'm not giving you more than 10 minutes out there. I'm gonna get a headache and all. Nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, it's always been crazy to me how athletes can go on a fast for whatever religious reason they want and still be able to perform. Because my head would be hurting.
It's like Enos Cancer, Enos Cancer, he's doing the same thing, and then like you see his productivity gone down because he's just not. He had a different effect on him, I guess.
Yeah, maybe they're just used to it. Maybe that's the thing.
That's crazy. And they're gonna get Harden back, of course. I guess it's Harden will be back first round of the playoffs.
Hmm. Wait, who'd you say?
James Harden.
I mean, I'm assuming because last time we heard that he was gonna get reevaluated in a week, and probably like tomorrow will be a week. But we haven't heard anything new. So I'm assuming, health. It's just all about getting these teams healthy. That's it. I'm just very eager to see teams healthy and, playing at their best. But maybe it's me. I don't know. I just like to see teams at their full strength and see how they play together.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on the playoffs, man. Playoffs is all that matters to me. You got a MVP, your MVP favorite change or anything?
This whole season, of course, I was on the LeBron train. Then he went out. Then I gave it to Joel. Then he went out. I gotta give it to Jokic.
Yeah. At this point,
you gotta give it to Jokic because he's just hooping and he's played every game of the season, and his team is third in the West.
Yeah. Jokic has been hooping. He has been carrying a lot of load since Murray went down. Hanging in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's doing real good. I applaud of such act.
So if he does win it, even if Embiid wins it, would this be the resurgence of the big men in the NBA?
That's the thing. I don't think so. Because when we think of the big man, we think of the dominate of the paint. Jokic is far from domination of the paint. He's a point guard in a center's body. All right. And so it's one of those special cases where he's playing very great and not. I don't think there's any center in the NBA that plays like him. So it's just one of those cases where he deserves it, but he probably won't get it again because he's having such a great season. You have to give it to him. Now, I will say, with that being said, Joel might be upset and then try to go after the next season. But then again, barring everybody's injury, can he do that? So I don't know, but I think Jokic will win it. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, I think what you like as a big man nowadays, you just gotta know that you gotta bring something to the table, like something different. With Embiid, it's his ability to shoot from the outside. With Jokic, it's his ability to play make. So if you a big man out there, you like There's no, you got to add a different wrinkle into your game,
Yeah.
or like really be effective in today's NBA. And you got to be like quick on your feet.
Yeah.
There'd be no slow lumbering big man. No.
That reminds me. Just to switch it up, I was watching, I don't know if I was watching something or reading something, I don't remember, but I read someone say, it was an athlete, I don't remember who it was, but they said if you were ever considered the best at your position for whatever year of your career, whatever, it don't matter. If you were ever considered the best at your position at any moment in time of your career, you should be in the Hall of Fame. How you feel about that?
No, because what if you're in one of those period of times where like your position isn't really effective, or you know, like let's take, well, you know, James Harden's gonna be a Hall of Fame, but let's take Harden for example. In a period where the shooting guard was looked for to like mostly shoot the ball, be catch and shoot shooters and wing players, James Harden was the exception. He was playmaking and facilitating for the Rockets. He was their number one option, but he was like the only shooting guard really doing that at the time.
Yeah.
So if you're in a situation like that, but I mean, let's say you don't deliver though, like let's say you don't win an MVP, you're not in it, you know, you don't win in the playoffs. Should you be in the Hall of Fame?
I mean, should you be in the Hall of Fame? I mean, you got. I mean, but I'm pretty sure if we think about it, there's been players who haven't done anything through their whole career, like award or accolade wise, but they probably were considered the best at their position at that moment in time.
I mean, the Hall of Fame's iffy anyway, because a lot of people get in, you know.
So, like a player of like Reggie Miller, right? Never won an MVP, defensive player, never won a finals, never won a championship, nothing, scoring title, nothing. But he's in the Hall of Fame. He was never really considered the best in his position, but he was considered top 5. So.
Yeah, and he carried the Pacers franchise for a long time. Got to a couple conference championships, got to an NBA final. Had some iconic playoff series. Was the number one 3-point shooter of all time. So Ray Allen came along, but no, he had his accolades before, you know, they were the 3-point all the 3-point records were taken from him and all that. So he was that guy. So I can understand from his standpoint how he got in.
Really?
Yeah. I can understand. If we didn't have Ray Allen or Steph Curry, Reggie Miller's name would still be at the top of those 3-point records. He's had major accomplishments, and even when in defeat, you can't blame his defeats. Like, he lost to Jordan, he lost to the Lakers. So
yeah, but would you not consider that to be he didn't deliver?
I mean, he's still toe to toe with Jordan. I'm not gonna put it on his teammates. I mean, everybody can always do more. You know, and they ran into the buzzsaw that was the Lakers.
The buzzsaw. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but so you don't agree with the that quote?
Nah. I mean, not necessarily. Now, I don't. I think timing has a lot to do with it. The era of which you play in and has a lot to do with it as well. Because like we didn't see the resurgence of small forwards until LeBron came in. Like the small forward position was like, oh yeah, you're a wing guy no matter what. You know, run the wing, be ready to shoot, play defense. And then LeBron came in, it was like, LeBron and Melo came in, it was like, okay, small forwards might be where it's at. If you're a team, you can find a great small forward, you can put a team around that small forward, and that small forward could be your guy.
Yeah. That makes sense. I agree. We haven't had a center since, who you say, Dwight?
Yeah,
Prime
Dwight was like the last center. Like, even though Dwight's post game wasn't the greatest, but
yeah, it wasn't the greatest, but he was still dominating. Yeah. I give him that. Okay, well, that's our that is our NBA talk. We're gonna move along to something else that we were talking about last night. We're not gonna get into the outros, but we were talking about arguably the best intros of all time. And we came up with our top 10.
Yeah, the best rap intros, and this is our opinion. All right, we don't need y'all coming at us talking foolish. Like you guys forget about this person. Okay, remember when he said this bore? Like, shut up. It's our opinion.
If we forgot any, then we apologize, but I don't think we did.
Yeah, and I mean, if you feel like, you know, we left someone off, you can try to convince us. Put it in the comments below. Let us know. Like, be respectable about it, of course. But
yeah, virgin.
Yeah.
We came up with, this is in no particular order. All right. And if you haven't heard any of these songs, then we advise you to do so. Okay. So we had I'm tripping. Ambition as a Rider, Tupac.
Yeah.
This is in order. We had Legend by Drake. We had Tuscan Leather by Drake. We had Dreams and Nightmares, Meek Mill. We had Love Sosa, Chief Keef. We had Trap Queen by Fetty Wap. We had Over My Dead Body by Drake. The End by Travis Scott. And I think, what was the last one? Was it the Kanye one?
Then we bumped Kanye, right? And then we bumped Kanye for someone. Or did we kept Kanye in there? I think we kept Kanye in there because we couldn't really find anything else.
Well, yeah,
I think we kept Kanye in there.
Well, did we? Because I was making an argument for Young Thug's consistently hating.
Yeah, and I was making an argument for Dreams Money Can Buy.
Oh,
But if I put too much Drake in there, and people are like, "Oh, he's just a Drake stan." He just loves Drizzy.
Oh, yeah. So I think that's 10. So that is our list. Um, there were a lot of great songs that were just missed because we realized that some artists put like some of their best songs the second or third or fourth song on the album instead of the first. So
Yeah,
it's
to
like,
all you artists out there, bruh, the whole let me talk to him on the intro thing, like shut up. Like put your song, put a banger as your first song, bro. Trust me. Like when someone plays it,
Kendrick.
cool. uh, when someone plays your album,
Where
bro,
that came from?
if I suggested to Kev, like, oh man, you heard that new Cole? You got to listen to that new Cole. And he's not really a Cole fan, and he's like, all right, I give it a listen. And the first song he hears is Cole talking or doing some like stupid ass singing run in the intro. And like he gonna be like, huh? Like, nah, this is why I don't listen to Cole. But if he heard like if Cole would have kicked off KOD with KOD, then he'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I don't think I understand that the intro makes the best first impression. Now we understand you want to get your your discussions or whatever you want to say off your mind or your heart. You want to talk. Okay, that's cool, but worst case scenario, do an interlude. You know, put that in the
Yeah.
middle, right? We don't want to hear that in the beginning.
Yeah, I don't want to hear like your grandmother on the phone or anything like that. Like that's just stupid to me. And your intro,
You know?
come on now. Like, oh, he really loves his grandma. I shall listen to this. What?
You don't want to hear y'all conversation. She called you on your birthday. It was telling you how beautiful and how smart and successful you were. We
Like,
know.
okay, then now and you're
Okay.
rich too. Like, rub it in some more, nigga. I'm going through hard times.
And I'm supporting you. You don't even know me.
Like, damn, bro. You told me to listen to this. I didn't know you were gonna flex on me like that. Fuck.
Know your boundaries.
Like my grandma never told me this. Yeah, I guess we're not the same.
Yeah, that's another thing. Make you rappers make your things very relatable. We can't relate to bins and shining watches and necklaces and big earrings and 25K in the bathroom and going to the strip clubs, and we can't relate to that. We can relate to an iPhone 7 cracked
But
in our Honda Altima.
yeah, but I still get the bitches. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
I need y'all to make it very, fan relatable. Now, if you want us to relate, then you are more than glad to give us some deposits. We'll more than gladly leave our cash apps in the description. We'll take any open donations.
Yeah, because I mean, oh, if I offended any women out there by saying the word bitches, and sorry, you're not all.
You're not all.
Okay. I hate calling the women bitches, but the bitches love it. So. I can already see someone like, oh, here we go. He's the Drake stan. Look at this Drake stan. Thought I wouldn't recognize a Drake bar when I heard it.
Now you gotta pretend like you don't know what you're talking about.
Like, huh? Thought I came up with that on my own.
What are you talking about? I wrote that last week. Yeah. But we were contemplating on doing the outros. Well, before I get to that, we just narrowed it down. With the reason, don't get misconstrued with the intros of all time. This was distinctively to rap
Yeah,
only,
yeah, yeah.
right? Because we pulled up Michael Jackson's Thriller, and we just said, yeah, it's not fair.
It wouldn't have been
So
fair.
we just left it to rap only. Yeah, so don't we forgot to let that little bit of piece out, So yeah, so it was only rap only.
Yeah, if we would have did all genres, it just would not have been fair, bro. Mike Jack, and 2 back-to-back albums.
Alone.
Literally,
Goodness.
just shitted on the entire music industry.
Yo, yeah, it wasn't even fair.
Like,
It wasn't fair.
and we just looked up the first 2 albums, and we were like, okay, no, we can't do that. Like, I'm pretty sure Bad probably had a banger in the beginning as well.
Right. But why not just find out? All right, why not let's just find out. Bad intro was Bad's intro was bad.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. He three-peated. He three-peated. And yeah, you can't go. You can't.
You had Off the Wall had Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Thriller had Wanna Be Starting Something. Bad had Bad.
Yeah.
This man he Michael Jordan.
Shipmound. That's crazy. Mike was really out here just
Post Shimon.
Post Shimon. That killed me. That's my new Facebook profile pic, by the way. That literally killed me. Post Shimon.
Yeah. But we strictly left it to the rap industry only. If we left anything out, of course, let us know. No, Big did not have a great intro. No, Jay-Z did not. Wayne almost did, but he didn't.
Yeah. There was like when I was looking up like other people's lists, there was some Wayne songs on there. We just didn't feel strongly about them.
Right.
I know the Mob was one. I thought Wayne's Carter 4 intro was pretty damn good. But I don't know.
It didn't make the list.
Yeah, it didn't.
Now, if we're doing the top 25, probably.
Yeah.
Right? But this was strictly 10. So now that left us, we almost were going to do an outro list. But we decided not to because why? Too much work. So,
yeah.
We just gave you our top 10.
Yeah.
There you go. If we missed anything or any of your fan favorites, little Timmys out there, get upset, then leave it in the comment section. We'll be more than glad to, consider.
Yeah, we'll consider it, but probably won't change the thing.
Yeah, we're not promising anything.
Bunch of Timmys. Yeah. Call me a Timmy, man.
Yeah, because you are. Yeah. Now, as we transfer over, you said you had a very gym topic.
Oh yeah. Before we get into the question of the day, I saw a topic. Oh, I saw a post where a girl was working out in the gym, and she had a camera set up to film her workout, and the guy just like walked by the camera, and then he like walked in her shot again. But he's like, he don't know the camera's even there. Like he's not doing it on purpose. He's just
Right.
going by his gym duty. And her post was like, man, I hate when people just walk in my camera shot and while working out, this and that. And people in the comments are like, yeah, same. And they're posting their videos. And as a person who was like a workout person, man, you go to the gym to work out. I don't know, this whole social media thing like done boosted people to like want to film while they work out. And I get it, if you got like a YouTube video or you trying to like film yourself or see your form,
Yeah.
that's cool. But if you're gonna do that, you gotta let the people in the gym around you know, like, hey, I'm recording, just so y'all know. Y'all can just like walk around or watch when you walk. If you don't say nothing,
Right.
then ain't nobody gonna know nothing. They just gonna be.
But now, don't be upset when somebody walks by your thing, because you are in public.
That's another thing.
They have the ability to walk and do it as they please. They are in a public gym just as you. Just because you want to record and they go to pick up a weight that just so happens to be in the camera view, don't be upset at them. There are a lot more places where you can set up a camera.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
Yeah, it's just, you in the gym to work out, like get your workout in, go about your business. Don't make it a big deal. And to let them know, just let them know. Be polite about it, because some people might take offense. So just be polite, like, hey, excuse me.
Right.
You guys don't mind, I'm kind of trying to record myself for my form or for my YouTube video. And like they'll be like, all right, okay, that's no problem.
All right.
Now, if you had like a
don't be ugly about
big
it.
ass tripod that set up, you are kind of like in like limiting the space of the gym, which ain't fair to other people. Or if you
Right.
brought somebody in just to record you, then that's I don't know how I feel about that too, because that's another body in the gym who's just not working out, but just holding the camera.
Yeah, just taking up space. Yeah. And then now you got some people who have the rightful action to do so, because sometimes I'm like this. If I see somebody recording, I don't want to be on your camera. So now I have to make sure I'm out of your shot.
Yeah, now you
And
recording
now,
my form
yeah.
in the background, and I don't want people to see my horrible form while I'm working out. Like, damn.
Yeah, so like just come on. Just be considerate of others is the whole premise of this.
I thought that
all.
shit was stupid. People had like in the comments agreeing. You had some people like explaining what we're explaining, but the consensus was like, yeah, don't be walking in our camera shot in the gym. It's like, what? You're in a gym.
Like what? What are you saying? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, buddy? Yeah, like just be considerate of others. You are in a public area just as everybody else is. So that's all that is about. Now, to wrap this lovely podcast up, we're going to end it off with, of course, the question of the day. Now, this came to me about 3 days ago, and I'm kind of excited to see what your answer is. All right, ready?
Yeah.
So let's say, this is of course a hypothetical question. So let's say let's say one day we wake up And on the news, we see or hear that on such and such date, every race in the world, every race, Indian, African American, white, British, German, whatever, every race comes together at one location to discuss problems or solutions or anything that they want to say on behalf of their race that they are representing for. And each race has three representatives. Who do you think the three representatives should represent the African American people?
Mm. Hmm. Oh man, that's a tough one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Who's someone we all like love?
Yeah, that we know gonna say the right thing, right?
Yeah. Like who's someone who just can't do any wrong? Well, hmm. Uh, well, I might get a little flack. No, Beyonce's on that list.
Really?
Yeah, she's charming.
That's a surprise for the
She
people.
can't do any wrong. She's smart, a great businesswoman.
You trust her to represent the African American race.
To say the things that we're thinking, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like on the spot here.
Yeah.
Kind of getting warm in here. Know what I mean? It just got like real hot in this room all of a sudden. That's crazy.
That's stupid.
Shoot, man. Represent us. I got Beyonce's on that list.
Okay.
The name I want to say, I'm like, is he really capable? I mean, hmm. Beyonce for sure. I want to say, in my head, I'm thinking one of the Obamas. You know, like
right.
Whether it's Barack or Michelle, like you can't really go wrong. But I just don't know if like other people feel strongly enough about Barack.
This is your opinion.
Charlemagne the God.
You can't be for real,
bro. Look, Charlemagne keeps it 1,000. He don't mince on his words. He don't back down from what he thinks. He generally has the same opinion that all of us be thinking.
That's interesting.
Charlemagne could be a really good like speaker on behalf of black people. He's not the most articulate, no, but he does keep it 1,000. I think so. I'm gonna go Beyonce. I'm gonna say Charlemagne. I might. That's gonna be my like. Is he serious? You know, kind of.
Right.
shock value, entertainment. And then for my third, I want to put somebody like strong. Like
You have Beyonce, Charlemagne, and your third.
who do we love? Like, there's someone that I know. There's someone like in our community that we all like have just, like so much endearment for.
Let's see. You know, sports wise, you got Bron, you have Mike, maybe. Musically, you have who? Musically, Jay-Z, Nas, who else? Who's somebody? Al Sharpton, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith.
I like those two.
Let me see.
Who else? You know what? I'm just so we don't take too long on this topic. I'm gonna go Beyonce, Charlemagne, and I'm gonna cap it off with Michelle Obama.
Interesting.
I think we all.
I was struggling to find a third. I had Bron, Barack, and I couldn't find a third.
Are we assuming that like the other races will respect what these people say?
That's the whole point.
Like, 'cause I feel like that's why I didn't put Bron in my thing, because you know how the
we also know who. Well, we also know who they are gonna pick, though. We also know that.
Oh, I don't. Do you think they would like all in agreement pick that person?
For sure. Well, I ain't gonna say in all agree. It'll be like a 60-40 type of thing. 70-30 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because I just felt.
But I still think he would get picked.
This is sad.
And then that's not even including the other races and who they would pick.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what who the other races would pick. But yeah, that's the main reason why I didn't put Brian in there, because I was like, if we're taking into account to how other races feel about the people we pick, generally other races like Beyonce, people don't have a problem with Adele as much as they have a problem with Barack.
Right.
And Charlemagne, I just feel like Charlemagne says what we be thinking, and like he don't care about.
But you don't think people don't like Charlemagne?
They don't. Nah.
Because this dude really be going there to talk about donkey of the day and all this.
Well, some
stuff.
Them donkeys
like,
of the day do be
dude.
deserving them. And they do be always somebody saying something stupid. I get all that.
Yeah, like I guess.
Some people just can't stand to hear the truth, even if it's about our own people or just can't stand to hear the truth.
I agree. That's why I was kind of excited to ask that question because really, to ask that question to anybody would be very curious, you know, see what they would say. Because, of course, depending on what generation and what type of person you ask, you can get a very different answer, no matter if they are the same race as you. So
Yeah, somebody who's like
like somebody,
more,
yeah,
like more into that stuff might pick some like politicians that I don't know about, and yeah, other people might pick some like doctors or scientists that I ain't never heard of. I just don't know much about certain things. So if we talking about people I would listen to and hear, and I feel I can speak on my behalf, and
right.
that's what I'm going.
And not now that this got me thinking, not to prolong this subject, but like if that really were to happen, which we all know it would never would, but if it were to happen, it's like everybody would be very curious to see how that conversation goes, because we all know it's not going to more than likely be no 1 hour, 2 hour conversation. That might be a week's convention type thing,
Yeah.
and we would want to see every second of it.
I'd be curious to know, like, yeah, who would the other people pick, and and for what reason?
Would that would that end up in war? Would we have peace? Like what would happen out of that?
Yeah, I would hope it resolve a lot of issues, but I don't know, man. As asking for peace seems to be asking for too much nowadays,
which is crazy to me. Ain't no. Oh my goodness! Could you imagine that being nationally televised?
Yeah, that like people be tuned in for sure. Charlamagne's not gonna.
Oh yeah.
And then we talking about
that nigga gonna try to put on a show.
We talking about him versus old buddy, yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be oh.
The leader of the can't even say
it. Ooh, give me a upchuck.
I almost fainted.
And all the people in the comment section, who's he talking about? You already know.
If you don't know, that's okay as well.
Yeah, it's not that important.
But y'all let us know, like, if you're a person of another race, let us know who you feel like best represents you. You get three people, and let us know why you chose those people.
There are no right or wrong answers. No. It's all up to preference.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that being said, this is the end of another installment of the LeJit Podcast. Thank you for showing your support. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's podcast. We will, for the most part, we've been releasing them on Thursdays. So, just stay tuned and look out for every Thursday for these videos to be dropping. We appreciate all the like and support. Just stay with us.
Yeah, bear with us.
We're gonna be big.
We will keep striving to get better and better at this. Every week won't be perfect, but we'll damn sure try.
Oh yeah.
Anything you want to add on before we head out?
Just follow our social medias, follow our gaming channels, follow, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff the YouTubers tell you to do. And we'll see y'all.
Yeah, for sure. All those links will be in the description down below. And appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Bro.
Yep.
We out.